Have you ever had that gut feeling that something wasn't right, but you couldn't prove it? Like you knew something dark was hiding beneath fake smiles and forced greetings? This story starts just like that. Before we dive in, have you ever worked somewhere that felt warm on the outside but cold on the inside? Comment below if you've ever seen someone bullied at work, or worse, been the one mistreated. And hey, before we get into this, press that like button if you're a good soul who believes in kindness. You just did? Thank you. This story is exactly for people like you. Oh, and don't forget to comment where you're watching from. It helps us see just how far stories like these are traveling. Now, let me tell you something you won't forget. There was a woman named Rachel Simmons. She wasn't flashy. She didn't wear expensive jewelry or show off her wealth. But make no mistake, she was the owner and CEO of a popular chain of cozy diners across the state. People knew the name of the diner, but no one ever saw the face behind it. Rachel liked it that way. She believed success wasn't about sitting behind an office desk all day. She believed it was about understanding the heartbeat of your people. But lately, she had been feeling something strange. She kept getting anonymous emails. Your Southpoint branch is losing good staff. People are quitting silently. There's someone poisoning the team spirit. At first, she thought it was just noise, but something kept bothering her. It wasn't just the words, it was the silence in between them. So, she did what no one expected. She put on a simple uniform, tied her hair back, and walked into her own diner as a trainee. No one recognized her. They all thought she was just the new girl. Now let's dive in to see what happened. The Southpoint branch looked perfect from the outside. Clean, cheerful music playing, the smell of fresh pancakes in the air. But once you stepped into the kitchen, the warmth disappeared. It was cold, not in temperature, but in spirit. And the reason was standing right there. Her name was Melanie Hurst, the branch manager. Melanie had this smile, the kind that makes you feel like she's your best friend. But the moment the customers weren't looking, that smile vanished, replaced by a scowl so sharp it could cut steel. Rachel watched her closely. She didn't speak much. She just observed. And what she saw broke something in her. A young waitress named Daisy, barely 19, dropped a spoon by accident. Melanie leaned close and whispered through clenched teeth, "Are you this useless at everything you do?" Daisy's hand shook as she picked it up. She didn't respond. She didn't defend herself, because she had learned silence was safer. Another cook named Jerome, who walked with a slight limp, got yelled at for being too slow. But Rachel noticed he was the first to arrive and the last to leave. His apron was always spotless. He never complained. He just endured. And that's when Rachel knew. This wasn't just a bad manager. This was someone slowly draining the soul out of every employee. One night after closing, Rachel offered to help clean. Melanie looked at her and scoffed. "Newbies like you don't get to skip tasks, scrub the restroom floors. Let's see if you're worth keeping." Rachel didn't flinch. She scrubbed, quietly. But not because she was weak, but because she was collecting the final piece of the puzzle. The next day, a customer spilled hot tea accidentally. Melanie stormed out and yelled at Daisy in front of everyone. "You dumb child! Can't you do anything right?" Rachel stood up. She had seen enough. Her voice, calm but commanding, echoed through the diner. "Melanie, that's enough." Everyone turned. Melanie narrowed her eyes. "Excuse me? Who do you think you are speaking to me like that?" Rachel untied her apron slowly, pulled out a small ID card from her back pocket, and placed it gently on the counter. The words, "Rachel Simmons, founder and CEO," stared back at Melanie. The room went silent. Even the humming from the fridge seemed to pause. Melanie stuttered. I didn't know. I thought you were just a trainee," Rachel said. "Just someone unimportant? You judged me based on my position. You humiliated others for things that could have been solved with patience. You broke spirits instead of building them. Melanie tried to defend herself. They're lazy. They're careless. I had to be firm. Rachel looked around. Is that true? She asked the staff. No one spoke, until Daisy, with her eyes full of tears, whispered, No, ma'am. We were trying, every day. Jerome nodded. We just wanted respect. Rachel turned back to Melanie. You're relieved of your duties, effective immediately. Melanie's face turned pale. She looked around, hoping for support, but found none. She left without a word. Rachel sat down with the team that evening. No cameras, no audience, just heart to heart. I started this diner because I believed in second chances, in warmth, in home. But somewhere, I lost track. I trusted the wrong person. And I'm sorry. Daisy wiped her eyes. You didn't have to come here, but you did. That means everything. Jerome smiled for the first time in weeks. We finally feel seen. Rachel spent the next week working side by side with them, not as a boss, but as a teammate. And slowly, the place changed. Customers felt it too. Smiles got wider. Laughter came back. Tips increased. One afternoon, a man approached Rachel and said, Your waitress today was so kind. This place feels like home. Rachel smiled and replied, That's the dream, sir. So, what's the lesson here? Sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't fire or thunder, it's a quiet cruelty that hides behind politeness. But kindness, even quiet kindness, can break through it. If you're a leader, remember this. Power isn't about titles, it's about responsibility, and respect must flow in every direction. If you've ever been made to feel small, unheard, or invisible, please remember, you were never the problem. Their lack of empathy was. And to every viewer who watched till the end, you are the reason this story matters. Because people like you still believe in fairness, in truth, in doing what's right. Don't forget to comment your city or country and please share this story. Someone out there needs to know they're not alone. Thank you. Stay kind, stay strong, and always choose courage over comfort.